What's up YouTube? How are you doing today? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out my settings for the TCL R617, and we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. Now if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about 4K, home theater and audio products and how to set them up properly, you should consider subscribing because I'm here to help. And don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified when I do a live stream and answer your questions or when the next video gets released. Well, now that housekeeping's out of the way, let's get into it. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so I've had the TCL 55R617 for just under a month now, and it is time to finally give you guys what I like for settings. Now, I'm gonna come out here with the disclaimer first of all, okay? Now if you have not seen my video on TV calibration versus picture settings, definitely check out the link down in the description, and I'll put a card up top here as well. You guys need to check out that video, and basically what it means is, you know, I can give you guys settings, but if my TV's not calibrated and your TV's not calibrated, then my settings could mean diddly squat. I'm only doing this because you guys are asking for it. So take this whole video, I guess, with a grain of salt, or just know that this could be a starting point for you and change what you need to change via your preferences and your viewing environment and the content that you view. So there's three factors that could make my settings completely suck on your TV. Besides the fact that my TV is not calibrated and your TV is probably not calibrated either, considering the TV costs $649 and calibration usually runs $200 to $300. Probably not going to spend half the amount of the TV to have someone come over and calibrate it. And in my situation, since I live in the boonies, it's going to cost me double that to get somebody to drive here from Reno to, calibrate the TV. Anyway, that all being said, let's go up to the master bedroom and run through some settings. Oh yeah. Alright, here we are ladies and gentlemen. We are in the master bedroom. As you can see, there's an ad for Charmin Mega Ultra Soft on the TV. So what I'm going to do is just kind of run through my settings and the way I like to have the TCL R617 set up. This is the 55-inch variant. Alright, let's get into it. So I just pressed the little start button, and this is kind of what I have the first screen on. TV brightness is on brighter. Picture mode is on movie, picture size direct, audio effect normal, sleep timer off. Okay. Now if we go to advanced picture settings, picture mode movie, the star byte indicates that I have changed settings. Now as you can see, I have local contrast on high. And one of the main things I did was I jacked up the backlight to 100. Brightness I kept alone at 50, contrast I kept at 100, sharpness at 20, color at 45, and the tint is even. Color temperature, I go back and forth. This cool brings out a lot more blues, normal, and warm, and this is just kind of personal preference. I personally go from warm to cool depending on the content. And some things look nicer in cool, some things look nicer in warm. As you can see, cool brings a blue tint to everything. Warm is kind of like a yellowish tint. Normal is kind of in between cool and warm. Okay, and then action smoothing I keep off for right now. Natural cinema off, LED motion clarity on, and game mode off. So if you're playing a video game, make sure game mode is on. That's just going to give you the best experience, especially if you're playing first-person shooter games online. There's enough lag as it is. Alright, so the one thing I do want to talk to you guys about is this LED motion clarity and why I turn it on. If I turn it off, it gets super bright. You see that? Here, if I lock the exposure, you can see how bright it actually turns it. Now if you're in a really dark room, LED motion clarity on is great. If you're in a very bright room, or let's say it's the afternoon and you have windows, like west-facing windows in your house, you're going to want to probably turn LED motion clarity to off because that makes things super bright. Now, when you do this, it's going to add in some artifacting, so that's when I go and turn action smoothing on to low. Okay? Now try the action smoothing on low, medium, and high. And you're not going to see anything in this video, obviously, because I'm just using the still of the TV ad. But on low, low's actually not that bad, especially on low to medium. They're pretty decent if you're watching like a sitcom where there's not much fast action. However, I was watching Wonder Woman on DirecTV's HBO channel, so that's coming in 1080i, and even with action smoothing on low, you can still see artifacts and some judder. High is just really bad, so I recommend it being off and turning LED motion clarity on. Okay, that's my suggestion there. Of course, you guys go through and like kind of play with these things as well. But as you can see, I haven't really changed much. Let's jump into Netflix real quick here. The wife and I have been watching Gotham, and this looks really great with these settings. So let's go over to here, this one. Here we are again. This is with action smoothing on, low, and LED motion clarity off. Alright, so now let's go back and turn action smoothing off, motion clarity, LED motion clarity on. Oops. And let's rewind and watch that opening sequence again. So I feel like having LED motion clarity on, which makes the picture darker, I feel like that's a lot better for me, for the way I like it, the way the room is set up. As you can see, again, this is shot in the afternoon, and you can see ambient light in the background here. Alright, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my preferred settings for the TCL. Now, straight out of the box, it was looking nasty, especially with non-4K content. And that's why I spent most of my time in this video talking about non-4K content, whether it's HD streaming from Netflix or whatever's coming off of the cable box. In my situation, it's actually DirecTV, but whatever, same thing. So I like the addition of the motion interpolation, or the 120 hertz, or the soap opera effect, whatever you like to call it. I like that a little bit, you know, on low when you're watching like sitcoms. Makes people kind of pop out, gives you that little three-dimensionality. But any kind of action movie, you want to turn that off. That's kind of like the main thing. I'm not a huge fan of the soap opera effect anyway, but it was nice to see that TCL tried to include that with its budget level TV. Well, now that you got my settings, try them out, see what you think, and get back to me. Let me know down in the comments or on whatever social media you prefer to use. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Techno Dad. I'm your Techno Dad. I'll see you next time.